Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the questions from your NCERT book. So before starting, we will recall what we studied in the last video. First of all, the formula for finding the probability of an event is number of favorable outcomes upon total number of outcomes, and the probability of a sure event is 1, probability of an impossible event is 0, and probability of an event always lies between 0 and 1. Okay, now formula for finding the probability of a complementary event is P E bar is 1 minus PE, where PE is the probability of event and PE bar is the probability of the complementary event. Let's talk about random experiment and events. If rolling a die is a random experiment, then getting 1, getting 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, any number is the event. Okay, and if we suppose that E is the event of getting 1, then E bar is the complementary event, that is the event of not getting a 1, or we can say that it is the event of getting 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6, okay, but not 1. So not getting 1 or getting 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 is one and the same thing. Okay, now let's start solving the questions from the NCERT exercises. Let us see the first question. The probability of an event is given to be 0.05, and we have to find the probability of not E, means complementary probability. So first of all, you will write the formula for finding the complementary probability. It is 1 minus PE. You know what is PE? It is 0.05. So 1 minus 0.05 is 0.95. So this is your answer. Now let us move to the second question. Which of the following cannot be the probability of an event? Now you know the condition that probability of an event always lies between 0 and 1. It could be 0 or it could be 1, but it cannot be greater than 1 or less than 0. Okay, so 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is less than 1 and greater than 0, therefore it is correct. Now see 15%. You reduce it to the in fraction, 15 upon 100, it is 0.15. This is also greater than 0 and less than 1, so this is also correct. 0.7 greater than 0 and less than 1, so it is also correct. Now this is minus 1.5. First of all, it is with a negative sign, it means it is less than 0, and secondly it is greater than 1, means without seeing the minus sign, if we'll see 1.5 is greater than 1, so it is not correct. Probability of this kind is not possible, okay, because it is negative. So if you have to write the reason, then you will write probability of event is less than 0, therefore it is incorrect as it's not possible. Okay, now let's see the next question. The question reads, a bag contains lemon flavored candies only. Okay, एक बैग में लेमन फ्लेवर्ड कैंडीज हैं ओनली, और कोई फ्लेवर की कैंडीज नहीं है. मालिनी टेक्स आउट वन कैंडी without looking into the bag. What is the probability that she takes out an orange flavored candy? We have to find the probability of Malini taking out orange flavored candy. Okay, it is given that the bag contains only lemon flavored candies. So first of all, we know that there is no orange flavored candy in the bag. It means that it is an impossible event of Malini taking out the orange flavored candy. and we know the probability of an impossible event is 0. Okay. In second part, they are asking what is the probability that Malini picks out a lemon flavored candy. Now, it is a sure event because the bag contains only lemon flavored candies. So, the sure event and probability of a sure event is 1. Next question. It is given that in a group of 3 students, the probability of 2 students not having the same birthday is 0.992. So what is the probability that 2 students have the same birthday? Okay, so we now in this case our event is 2 students having same birthday. And the complementary event would be 2 students not having the same birthday. Now it is given that the probability of 2 students not having the same birthday means P of E bar is given. It is 0.992. Okay. And we have to find the probability that two students have same birthday. It means we have to find PE. So we know the formula for finding probability of a complementary event. It is 1 minus PE, and so PE will be 1 minus P E bar, which is 1 minus 0.992, that is 0.008. So this is our answer. Okay. Now let us see the next question. The question is, a bag contains 3 red balls and 5 black balls. Okay. So a ball is drawn at random from the bag. We need to find the probability. First we need to find the probability of getting a red ball. First of all, our steps for finding the probability are writing number of favorable outcomes. Okay. So our event is getting a red ball. So number of red balls are 3 in the bag. So number of favorable outcomes become 3. Okay. We are doing the first part where our event is getting a red ball. So favorable outcomes is 3 and total outcomes. Bag में total कितनी balls हैं? There are 3 plus 5, 8 balls in the bag. So total outcome is 8. So the probability of getting a red ball is 3 by 8. Okay. And second part, they are asking what is the probability of not getting a red ball. Not getting a red ball is the complementary event of getting a red ball. So we need to find P of E bar, that is 1 minus PE. We know PE is 3 by 8, therefore P of E bar is 1 minus 3 by 8, which is 5 by 8. So this is the answer of the second part. This was the answer of the first part. Now the next question is also same to same, just the bag contains 5 red marbles, 8 white marbles and 4 green marbles. Okay. First of all, we need to find the probability of getting a red marble. Let us do this. So our event is getting red marble. and the total number of marbles in the box are total outcomes. It is 5 plus 8 plus 4, it is 17. Okay, favorable outcomes are our event is getting a red marble, sorry. So favorable outcome is 5 because there are 5 marbles in the box, red marbles in the box. So the probability of event is favorable outcomes upon total outcomes, 5 upon 17. Similarly, we will do the second part. Now let this be E1. So E2 be the event of getting white marble, I'm sorry. So total outcomes 17, favorable outcomes white marbles कितने हैं 8. So probability of the event is 8 by 17. Similarly, you can do the third part. They are asking what is the probability of not getting a green marble. First of all, in the same way, you will find the probability of getting the green marble, and then you will find the complementary probability, that would be 1 minus PE. Okay, you can do this. We have done these type of questions earlier also, so it is very easy. Try it yourself. We will move to the next question. It is given that a piggy bank contains 100 50 paisa coins, 50 rupee 1 coins, 20 rupees 2 coins, and 10 rupees 5 coins. Okay, and it is equally likely that one of the coins will fall out from the bank when it is turned upside down. Equally likely का मतलब सबके chances equal हैं, ठीक है. So what is the probability that the coin will be a 50 paisa coin? We have to find the probability of the event that the coin is 50 paisa coin. So our event E1 is getting 50 paisa coin. We have to find the probability of E1. Now our total outcomes is, total outcomes I am denoting by TO. It is 100 plus 50 plus 20 plus 10, that is 180, because total number of coins in the piggy bank is 180, and favorable outcome is getting a 50 paisa coin. There are 150 paisa coins, so favorable outcome is 100. So the probability of the event will be favorable outcomes upon total outcomes, that is 100 upon 180. You will reduce it to the lowest form. You will cancel it by the table of 2. It will come 5 by 9. Okay, so this is your answer. Second part, they are asking what is the probability that the coin will not be a rupees 5 coin. So first of all, we will find the probability that it would be a rupees 5 coin, and then we will find the probability of the complementary event. So let E2 be the event that we are getting rupees 5 coin. So total outcomes are 180 and favorable outcomes are, how many 5 rupees coins are there? 10. So favorable outcome is 10. So the probability of getting a 5 rupee coin is 10 upon 180, that is 1 upon 18. So what is the probability of not getting a rupees 5 coin? It is P of E2 bar, which is 1 minus P of E2. It is 1 minus 1 upon 18, 17 upon 18. Okay, this is not the answer actually. This is your answer. Now the next question is, there is a game of chance which consists of spinning an arrow which comes to rest pointing at one of the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 8 numbers are there and the arrow stops at one of the numbers when you spin it. Okay, so these outcomes are equally likely and we need to find a probability. First part, we need to find the probability that the arrow will point at 8. Okay, so total number of outcomes is 8. There are 8 triangles, 8 points at which the arrow can stop. So total number of outcomes are 8 and favorable outcome is 1. Our event is getting 8 and there is only one triangle which is having the number 8. So therefore favorable outcome is 1. So our probability of getting 8 is 1 upon 8. Okay. Second part, they are asking what is the probability that the arrow will point at odd number. Okay. So how many odd numbers are there? 1, 3, 5, 7. 4 odd numbers are there. So favorable outcome is 4. Total outcomes is 8. So the probability of getting an odd number is 4 by 8. That is 1 by 2. We always have to reduce it to the simplest form. Now in third part, they are asking what is the probability of getting a number greater than 2. So how many numbers are greater than 2? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 numbers are greater than 2. So favorable outcome is 6, total outcome is 8 and the probability of getting number greater than 2 is 6 by 8, that is 3 by 4. Okay, and in fourth part they are asking what is the probability of getting a number less than 9. Now you know all the numbers are less than 9. Okay, so favorable outcome is all the 8 numbers and total outcome is also 8. So the probability of getting a number less than 9 is 8 upon 8, that is 1, because it is a sure event. You will definitely get a number which is less than 9 because no number greater than 9 is mentioned in the spinner. Okay, now let us talk about playing cards. Okay, first of all you need to know which type of cards are there. So there are total 52 cards in one deck. 26 are red color and 26 are of black color. Okay, there are 4 suits, 2 of red, 2 of black. One is heart, one is diamond, they both are of red color, and spade and club, they are of black color. And there are 13 cards in each suit. So total there are 52 cards in a deck of playing cards. 26 are of red color, 26 are of black color. There are 4 suits and 13 cards are there in each suit. This is heart, this is diamond, this is spade, and this is club. Okay, and there are J, K and Q, these are the face cards, and in each suit there are 3 face cards, J, Q and K. Okay, so in total in a deck of 52 cards there are 12 face cards and 3 face cards in each suit. Okay, now after knowing all about the cards, we will solve the questions. Let us take the first question. It says one card is drawn from a well shuffled deck of 52 cards. Find the probability of getting a king of red color. 52 playing cards के deck में से we are picking up one card at random and we have to find that it is a king of red color. First of all, our total outcome will be 52 because there are total 52 cards. Okay, and in a deck of 52 cards, how many kings of red color are there? We know that one king would be present in each suit. Okay, so there would be one in red color, there will be one king of heart and one king of diamond. So in total there are 2 kings of red color. So favorable outcome is 2. So the probability of the event E1 of getting a king of red color is 2 upon 52, that is 1 upon 26. Second part, they are asking what is the probability of getting a face card. So in out of 52 cards, we know that there are 12 face cards, therefore total outcome is 52. Favorable outcome is 12. This is the event E2. So the probability of E2 is favorable outcome upon total outcomes. We will reduce it to the lowest form. 4 3s are and 4 13s are. Okay, so this is your answer. Now in third part, they are asking what is the probability of getting a red face card. E3. So we know there are 3 face cards in each suit and there are 2 suits of red color, so there would be 6 red face cards. Okay, so favorable outcome is 6, total outcome is 52, and the probability of the event of getting a red face card is 6 upon 52. This is the answer. D part, they are asking the probability of getting a jack of hearts. Okay, so there is only one J of heart, so favorable outcome is 1, total outcome is 52. Probability of the event E4 is 1 upon 52. Fifth part, they are saying what is the probability of getting a spade. Spade is a suit and there are 13 cards of spade, so our favorable outcome is 13, total outcome is 52. So the probability of getting a spade is 13 upon 52. that is 1 by 4. And sixth part, they are asking what is the probability of getting a queen of diamonds. Okay, so there is only one queen of diamond, so our probability of the event is 1 upon 52. So you need to remember all the things regarding the cards in order to solve the questions. Now let us see another question. It is given that there are 12 defective pens that are accidentally mixed with 132 good ones. It means there were 132 good pens and 12 defective pens were mixed with these 132 good pens. So in total number of pens will become 132 plus 12, that is 144. We are given that one pen is taken out at random from this lot. We have to determine the probability that the pen taken out is a good one. Okay, so we are taking out a pen and we have to determine the probability of it being a good pen. So our event is getting a good pen. So now total outcomes, there are 144 pens, so total outcome is 144. Favorable outcome is good pens, there are 132 good pens, so favorable outcome is 132. So the probability of the event is 132 upon 144. Reduce it. 2 6 are 12, 6 7s are 2s are 3s are 6. Okay, so this is the answer. Now there is another question similar to this. It is given that a lot of 20 bulbs contain 4 defective ones. Means out of 20 bulbs, 4 are defective. One bulb is drawn at random from the lot. What is the probability that the bulb is defective? Means our event is getting defective bulb. So favorable outcomes 4 because there are 4 defective bulbs, and total outcomes 20 because there are 20 bulbs in total, out of which 4 are defective. So the probability of the event is 4 upon 20, that is 1 upon 5. Okay, now what they are saying in second part, they are saying that suppose the bulb drawn in the previous question is not defective and is not replaced. Now one bulb is drawn at random from the rest of the bulbs. What is the probability that the bulb is not defective? Now they are saying कि मान लो कि जो हमने पहले बल्ब उठाया था वो डिफेक्टिव नहीं था, लेकिन हमने उसको वापस भी नहीं रखा 20 बल्ब्स में. So now we are left with 19 bulbs in total, and out of them 4 are defective because the bulb we took out initially was not defective. So the defective bulbs are still 4, but the total bulbs are 19 because one we have taken out of the box. Okay, So now we have to find the probability that the bulb we will take out from this box now will not be defective. So first of all, we will find out the probability that the bulb will be defective. Okay, so it is 4 by 19 because defective bulbs are 4 and total number of bulbs is 19. So probability of getting a defective bulb is 4 by 19. Okay, now the probability of not getting a defective bulb, it is 1 minus 4 by 19, which is 15 by 19. So this is your answer. Now it is given that a child has a die whose 6 faces show the letters A, B, C, D, E and A. Means it is not a normal die. Instead of numbers, these letters are written on the 6 faces of the die. So it is given that the die is thrown once. We have to find the probability of getting A. So our event is getting A. Total outcomes means total number of faces are 6. Okay, and favorable outcomes, how many A's are there? 2. Okay, so probability of getting A is 2 by 6, that is 1 by 3. And in second part they are asking what is the probability of getting D. Let E2 be the event of getting D. Okay, so total outcomes is 6, favorable outcome is 1 because only one D is there. So probability of E2 is 1 upon 6. Now there is another question which is similar to the one we did previously. It is a lot consists of 144 ball pens, of which 20 are defective. And others are good. Noori will buy a pen if it is good, but will not buy if it is defective. The shopkeeper draws one pen at random and gives to her. What is the probability that she will buy it? We have to find the probability that she will buy the pen. And when she will buy the pen? When it would be good. When it would not be defective, then she will buy the pen. So it means we have to find the probability that the pen is not defective. So total outcomes 144 because there are 144 ball pens. And favorable outcomes, how many pens are not defective? It is 144 minus 20. Okay, so it is 124. 124 pens are not defective or they are good. So the probability that she will buy the pen is 124 upon 144. Okay, you can do it in another way also. Means you find the probability that the pen is defective and then you subtract it from 1 to find the probability that pen is not defective, like we do for complementary events. Okay, reduce it to the lowest form. Okay, now in second part, what is the probability that she will not buy it? When she will not buy? When it would be defective. And this event is the complementary event of she will buy the pen. So we will just subtract it it is E bar. So probability of E bar is, we will subtract PE from 1 minus 31 by 36. It is 5 by 36.